Samsung has exploded higher plus 10.09% to $349,000, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Tuesday, June 2nd, and this is your complete global market briefing. Markets are sending mixed signals today as investors weigh competing narratives. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 ticked up plus 0.26% to $7,599.96. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500 weekly preview, focus on jobs data, Broadcom earnings, investing.com Nigeria. NASDAQ 100 edged higher plus 0.60% to $30,514. Equity markets are responding to reports that Tech Weekly, software earnings help S&P 500 hit 8th week of gains, Investing News Network. Dow Jones is broadly flat at $51,079, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500 weekly preview, focus on jobs data, Broadcom earnings, investing.com Nigeria. DAX slipped minus 0.36% to $25,003. This comes as Tech Weekly, software earnings help S&P 500 hit 8th week of gains, Investing News Network, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 is trading lower by minus 0.68%, at $10,339. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Samsung surged plus 10.09% to $349,000 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that Samsung profit surges over eightfold to beat estimates as RE boom fuels memory chip crunch. Nvidia surged plus 6.26% to $224.36 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Chip Stocks 2026, identifying the semiconductor winners versus RE hype barons. Meta made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 5.07% to $600.47. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Meta has struggled at selling anything other than ads. Will RE be different? Toyota plunged minus 4.49% to $2,905.50 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that Toyota's updated electric SUV is turning into a sleeper hit, Electrek. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. Geopolitical risks remain elevated. This comes as Tech Weekly, software earnings help S&P 500 hit 8th week of gains, Investing News Network, adding pressure to energy markets. This is keeping traders cautious and supporting flows into defensive assets. Central bank policy is at the forefront of investor minds. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500 weekly preview, focus on jobs data, Broadcom earnings, investing.com Nigeria. Turning to commodities. Brent crude surged to $95.30 per barrel, up 3.53% on the session. The move follows reports that oil markets on the brink, why today's calm may be hiding a historic supply shock, Financial Sense. WTI crude surged to $92.47 per barrel, up 5.85% on the session. The move follows reports that oil markets on the brink, why today's calm may be hiding a historic supply shock, Financial Sense. Natural gas plunged to $3.19, down 3.13% on the session. This comes as Tech Weekly, software earnings help S&P 500 hit 8th week of gains, Investing News Network, adding pressure to energy markets. Gold dipped to $4,514.80 per troy ounce, down 1% on the session. Safe haven demand is being supported by reports that gold's safe haven appeal weakens, StoneX. Let us give you our near-term view on Samsung. From a momentum perspective, the next key resistance for Samsung sits around $369,940. A sustained break above that level could attract further institutional buying. The main risk to the upside scenario is a shift in macro conditions or central bank tone. This is our analytical view, always do your own research. In the currency markets, Euro to US dollar is at 1.16, losing 0.12% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.35, gaining 0.1% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 159.35, gaining 0% on the day. Currency markets are reacting to Commission discusses gas and oil supply risks with EU countries as the conflict in the Middle East reaches a 3-month mark. ec.europa.eu. Here is your market watch list heading into the next session. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. If this breakdown was valuable, please share it with anyone who follows the markets. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a market update. We read every comment, drop your view below. That is all from MTRS_Market Pulse for today. All analysis is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor. Trade safe, and we will see you in the next one. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.